So hello everyone, I made this update in English version because I remember a lot of you also followed my rhinoplasty experience, but if I do the update in Tagalog, you can't understand what happened to my nose after the removal of my implant. So if you remember back in 2019, if you followed the video, I had my nose done in the Philippines, but it got infected. I had this red swelling here. And the doctor told me that my body reacted. My body didn't accept the implant. So whether I like it or not, it has to be removed. Otherwise, it will come out by itself. So I was very, very scared and stressed at that time. I wanted to go back. In the beginning, I wanted to go back to my doctor in the Philippines because I was thinking that maybe it would be better, or he knows it better because he was the one who did my nose. But COVID was worse already. So I went to the hospital here in Belgium. My house doctor recommended me. And when the house doctor saw it, right away, he scheduled me for an operation. And after 6 hours, yes, I think 3 hours, the operation took 3 hours and I had to stay in the operating room 3 hours more. So 6 hours after that, I went back to they brought me back to my room. In the Philippines, they did it for like 45 minutes. Can you imagine that? And when they removed it here in Belgium, it took 3 hours. And I had to stay in the hospital for like 2 days. They confined me for 2 days to check everything. I never had that in the Philippines. After the operation, 45 minutes, they sent me back home. No checking, nothing. I had to go back like a week or two to check on my nose. But here, they were so careful, and they told me that it was not really advisable to use Gore-Tex or silicone. They don't do that here in Belgium. I was lucky that my doctor did it because I tried to call the rhinoplasty clinic here, and they told me that they couldn't accept my case because they didn't do it. So they don't want to touch nose that was done by other doctors because, they want to be safe. They want to be sure because if something happens, they are to be blamed. So they don't want to take the responsibility. So they advised me to go back to my doctor, but I couldn't come to Philippines because of COVID at the time. So if you ask me if it was painful, no, it was not painful because I was sleeping. They put me to sleep, like total sleep at the time, so I didn't feel anything. I woke up, it was done. I woke up, I had just like dried throat because I think they took it inside. I don't know how, but during the operation in the Philippines, I was awake. I just hear the cutting. I saw blood and all. I was so scared at that time. But here, I didn't know anything. When I woke up, it was done. It was already good. And yeah, it was not painful. After the recovery, it was also not painful. I still had like the redness and the swelling a week or two. If you ask me if something went wrong with my nose or was it deformed or something like that, no, it didn't. It just went back to how it was before because I didn't have a very obvious bridge. That's why I had it done because I felt like I had like this flat nose and I wanted to enhance it. So that's why I decided to go for a rhinoplasty. But yeah, it didn't go well. I also had this alarplasty. So when the implant was removed, actually my nose came out better. So yeah, this is my nose now, back flat, typical Filipina nose. Lesson learned for me is that we have to be happy for what we have, It's better natural because it was also so stressful for me at that time during the recovery, and especially during the time that it has, signed that it was infected. So I was I couldn't sleep. I was so stressed. I was thinking what's gonna happen, and I was like blaming myself why I did my nose, you know, things like that. So for me, if you already have a bridge, if you already have a good nose, better not do it, because you never know what's gonna happen, if your body would react to it, or it would be okay. Or if you really want to go, I think it would be better if you go for the natural implant. No, so if really you think your nose is causing inferiority for you, then go for it. But be careful. Choose your doctor. Make sure the doctor is good enough, or you know what I mean. And also, if you are trying to do it you live in Belgium, for example, and you have to go to Thailand or to Philippines to have your nose done, that would be very inconvenient, because if something happens, you have to go back again, just like my case. It's very inconvenient. So if you really want to do your nose, it would be better if you do it in your country. So if something happens, you know, your doctor is there for you. So I think that would be all. Sorry for my English. Normally I do my vlog in English, but there was one time a Filipina who commented that I gave her headache. Yes, I gave her headache. So she advised me to just speak Tagalog, and I find it very, very nice of her to say that. So anyway, for your information, I live in a country where people speak Netherlands, Dutch, and I have to learn Dutch as well. In order for me to live here and find a job, I have to study their language. And as I study the language, my English got really, really bad, you know, because I don't speak English anymore. I speak Netherlands or Tagalog with my daughter. So my English went really, really bad when I came to Belgium, because I learned Dutch. And a lot of people don't understand that, you know, I don't know. Most of us like to give really nice comments, you know. But yeah, I appreciate that. That's her opinion. So to not give her more headache, I did my vlogs in Tagalog for her. So anyway, I just did this again for those who couldn't comprehend Tagalog, because one time there was someone who asked me a question, and I answered in Tagalog only to realize she's not from Philippines. So this is for people who can't understand my video, my update in my last video. It's just the same. It's just in English now. So yeah, this is now my nose. No more implant. It didn't go bad. It just like before. And I'm comfortable. It's better. I don't have to be careful all the time. I'm more actually confident. It's not that pointy, but it's real. So it's okay. And if you plan to do your nose, go for it. But think many times, and make sure you go for the doctor that you really know. But if you wanna just enhance it because you want it more pointy or small, but it doesn't cause any problem, people don't even say or comment wrong about your nose, then for me, it's better be natural. Be happy for what you have, because you don't want to regret later on, you know. But yeah, it's up to you. And I wish you all good luck for those who wanna remove their implant, and for those who wanna have their nose done. So good luck, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.